Boys and girls, Mr. Palst here. I found another Scooby-Doo book for us. It's called Scooby-Doo and the Sea Monster Scare. Absolutely love Scooby-Doo books, and I'm happy to share this one with you. It was a perfect day for the beach. Retro, Scooby-Doo said to his friends. Scooby's right, Shaggy said. Surf's up! Velma pulled the wagon. It was filled with shovels and pails and flags. I am ready to make a one-of-a-kind sandcastle, she said. These guys. Scooby pulled another wagon. It was filled with sandwiches and pizza, hot dogs, and tons of chips. We're ready for a one-of-a-kind lunch, Shaggy said. What could go wrong? They're at the beach, right? No scaries there. This is a good spot, said Velma. She took everything from the wagon. Then she filled the pails with sand. Fred turned them over, and Daphne lifted them up. This sandcastle will be perfect, said Velma. It was pretty much amazing. I just like a Scooby snack. That's quite the snack they're having. This sandwich is perfect, said Shaggy. Scooby and Shaggy ate their way through piles of food. Finally, they burped. Like, we're all done, said Shaggy. Us too, said Velma. Look at that sandcastle. Shaggy and Scooby looked over. Their jaws dropped. Holy cow, said Shaggy. The castle had moats and bridges and winding steps. Flags flew from towers. It is good, Velma agreed. Like, I'm not talking about the castle, said Shaggy. We're out of food. Out of food, Daphne laughed. And we didn't even have a bite, said Fred. Scooby hung his head. Rory. Sorry, Shaggy echoed. How about Scoob and I make a food run? There's a snack shack down the road. Shaggy and Scooby set off. A little while later, they were back. At least they thought they were. They saw a blanket. They saw Velma's book. But that was all. Huh. Zoinks! Said Shaggy. Everyone has disappeared. And so has the sandcastle. Where's it running from? All around them, people snatched up blankets. They threw books, bottles of sunscreen, and other things into beach bags. They rushed away. Something horrible has happened, cried Shaggy. We need clues. I'm going to interrupt the story for a minute. This amazing story. Look at this beautiful surrounding, boys and girls. I love reading outdoors. I hope you do too. The buddies took off. They jumped over people. They scooted around umbrellas. But the sea serpent was close behind. It was coming onto the beach. Wow. Look at that serpent. A surfboard, Scoob? Shaggy shouted. Quick, hop on! Oh, they know how to surf? A moment later, they bounced along the waves. Like hang ten, Scoob, Shaggy said. But they couldn't surf fast enough. The monster was closing in. See it. The sea grew rough. Scooby and Shaggy hung on, wave after wave, up and down, up and down. Scooby turned green. Don't lose your lunch, good buddy, Shaggy said. Up and down, up and down. Shaggy turned green too. Expression turned green, that means they're about to be sick. And there's a sea monster creeping up. All at once, a giant wave crashed over them. Shaggy clung to Scooby. Scooby clung to Shaggy. Whoosh. Wow, this is scary. Looks like the sea monster got him. Up, up, up they went. The surfboard went one way, Scooby and Shaggy went the other way. They hung in the air, then they dropped fast. Right onto the back of the sea serpent. Wow. What's happening here? Help! Rope! They cried. Don't worry, said Velma. We're right here. Scooby spun around. Velma, Fred, and Daphne were on the serpent's back. Wow. Maybe it's not so scary. You've got to get off, Shaggy screamed. Relax, said Fred. The ride will be over soon. Ride? Said Shaggy. The serpent gives rides, man. It's not a real monster, said Daphne. It's a float. Scooby and Shaggy gazed around. People were laughing and having fun. Oh, it looks like a great day at the beach. Maybe it wasn't just a sea serpent. But what about the people on the beach? Asked Shaggy. Why did they run away? And what about the sandcastle? I thought a monster wiped it out. The sandcastle is gone? Velma gasped. Then she sighed. It must have been the tide. That's what happens with sandcastles. The tide sweeps them away. And those people? They were only moving away from the water. Oh, Velma put in reason and logical thinking. But then we got Velma. The monster float stopped with a bump. They were back at their spot at the beach. Forget the sandcastle, said Shaggy. All of our food has swept away too. Priorities, right, Shaggy? Rock, rock, said Scooby. Snack, snack, agreed Shaggy. Scooby-Dooby-Doo! You like it, boys and girls? Second one we were able to find, Scooby-Doo and the Sea Monster Scare. I loved it, and I'm enjoying this beautiful day outside. Hope that you get outside today, too. All right, boys and girls, see you soon.